I am making a cat ear hat, and I've been seeing them for over a year now, probably, and they're just so damn cute. And I was like, everyone's making them, so let me just chill out and I'll make one when it's time or whatever. I don't know. I wasn't really even. I just was like, I'll get to it when I get to it. But I saw this picture of a candy cane one and was like, okay, this is what sells me on it. So I am using two Caron Simply Softs. I haven't used Simply Soft in a pretty long while. It's this Harvest Red, and this is Off-White. I had another red, and then I had Pure White, but I felt like these looked better together, and so did Milk. So that's what we picked. So this is how it looks. Oops, there's a hook there. This is how it looks thus far. It kind of reminds me of bacon, if I'm gonna just like straight up be honest. Like it kind of looks like bacon. But hopefully at the end it does not look like bacon. And even if it does, bacon is delicious. So I haven't used my Simply Soft for quite a while. I just kind of forget it's there, even though it's literally like I'm touching the box it's in right now. It's right next to me. But the box always has shit on top of it, and like I just never go in it. Also, I don't really like using my furls with Simply Soft because it does tend to be a little bit more PC. So I like using, I can use my furls, I just go a lot slower. So I tend to prefer using my clovers with Simply Soft. But I have a ton of colors, so I figured I might as well go for it. Because usually reds are like the hardest thing to find in my collection. I don't really have a lot of reds, so. And I know sometimes people use a like a value acrylic to do these hats, which is great. And I wonder if I'm gonna get the same like pointiness of the ears, but we're gonna find out. Because Simply Soft is like just a little limper of a yarn. It is a softer yarn, so it just doesn't have that kind of integrity. But I just thought it would have the colors, so I went with this one. Trying to get me to update my antivirus thing. So I feel like I got duped pretty hard today. There was something on Temu, which I don't generally support Temu, especially because like there's a lot of like fast fashion shit and stuff. But like I saw someone post about getting a knitting machine on there and was like, a knitting machine could be a cool prize if we get to like a certain donation level. And this would be more affordable if it's literally the same machine, like 1-to-1. So I was like, okay, let me do this. So like they always have like savings, and like if you buy this within 5 minutes, that or buy this much within 5 minutes or whatever, then you get like this credit. And I was like, oh cool, I get this credit that I can use for the marathon. And then the credit is literally only for 2 days. And I'm like, I wanted the credit so that I could send it directly to someone and not have to ship it myself and pay shipping. That just wasn't what happened. So I got duped. I'm really like annoyed. I'm getting a knitting machine apparently. Even though I have said that I wouldn't. But I just thought it was like there was just a bunch of bullshit on Temu that I didn't need. So I was like, well, let me get something that I actually do need, or want at least. So I got tricked. So don't get tricked by Temu's promises of like great deals if you buy now and blah blah blah. I mean, if you do buy now, it's just kind of like
kind of gets you in that place where you're like, oh, I can just like buy this. It's just $2, just $3, and like all of a sudden you're spending a lot of money. Learn from my mistakes. Do as I say, not as I do. So yeah. So this is what it looks like so far. It's gonna be folded over like this, and then the cat ears will be kind of the part that's not rounded on your head. I noticed some people stitch them up and some people don't, so I'm gonna see what the pattern I'm following does. But the picture that inspired me had like a little pinwheel, like a peppermint like pinwheel um, on it, and I thought it was just super cute. So I think I might do something like that. I don't want to directly copy the idea, but I kind of do because it was really cute. Sorry. So yeah, I'm just doing a double crochet in the back loop only. This creates nice ribbing. Um, I could have done different ribbing um, for the brim, but decided not to. Also, I just like the way that it looks kind of as is. Although, what I think it will do around the brim is because I'm doing two stripes of each color, so I have to carry the color and it looks like this. And so when you flip up the brim, it's going to be evident that I had to carry the color. So I'm thinking about taking both colors and going all the way around the brim with it and just doing like, maybe like two single crochets like per stitch and just going around with that color so it can give that like um, peppermint candy cane effect. So what is everyone working on tonight? Also, I wanted to say something because I did receive some feedback from people regarding the fundraiser. So I asked for if anyone had anything to donate, and like that was just me putting feelers out. Some people do have stuff to donate, some people don't. It's totally fine. I just was trying to make sure everyone saw the post so that if they did have something that they wanted to donate, and they were willing to donate, that they would. There's no pressure on anyone to donate if you want to, but you can't. Like, please don't feel bad. This is just kind of like the nature of charity. Is like sometimes you really want to help people out, but like you're not in a position to, and it happens. Like I'm not really in any position to either, which is why I'm hosting the fundraiser. Um, so don't feel bad if you can't donate. I understand that everyone has their own financial situations that they're having to consider, especially around this time of year. It is the week before Christmas, so I understand that that's an expensive time of year for a lot of people. So please don't feel bad if you don't have anything to donate. It's okay. I just wanted to ask because I was like, maybe someone does, and someone did. So that's cool. But I just want to make sure everyone saw the post. I wasn't saying, "Hey, you have to give something." That is definitely never, ever, ever the message I want to send out to you all. Um, I just want to, uh, make that very clear that that's not what this is about. But if you're wondering what I'm about, I'm gonna make a video right after this live on the marathon that I'm gonna be doing. It's gonna be a streaming marathon, not an actual marathon, because your boy's not gonna be doing that. But I'm going to be doing a couple things. I have a couple ideas. I'm gonna try to build up like a certain, like if we hit this goal, then we'll raffle this, and if we hit this goal, we'll raffle this or whatever. So like that's what
was planning on doing. I don't have a lot of those details set in stone right now, but I can kind of give like a general guideline and then set the event date so that you can all mark your calendars to be there if you can. If you have work and you can't make it, that's totally fine. I understand. Um, you know, you have lives going on, and this is a really busy time of year for a lot of people. So please do not worry. I understand that this is a very personal cause for a lot of people. It's a very personal cause for me. If you look at the link that I have for my uh, charity, like the event page, it um, talks about me losing my grandmother to Alzheimer's, and then I didn't mention, but I also lost my grandfather to dementia, and those two kind of go a little bit hand in hand. You know, they're different conditions, but unfortunately, they're um, kind of just as sticky. So this is a very personal cause for me, and like I said, I know it's a very personal cause for a lot of people, and so that can kind of make people feel bad when they can't donate, and I really don't want to make anyone feel bad. I want to celebrate the beautiful lives of the people that we loved, and I want to raise some money for research into Alzheimer's and dementia so that we can prevent other families and other family members from having the same conditions. So that's what I really want to do. And, I love to do charities and giveaways and things like that. Uh, I saw on my phone that literally a year ago tomorrow will have been the Club Q um, fundraiser and auction, and that was such a learning experience for me, but it was also very important for me that we raised money for this group of people because it was just such a tragedy, and I just felt like it came out of nowhere, and I don't ever want my community to suffer and feel alone in a time like that. And so it's kind of appropriate, I guess, that I'm doing the Alzheimer's this year. Again, very personal for me. um, Alzheimer's just touches too many lives. It's not a graceful passing, unfortunately, and yeah. So I'm gonna be doing things that are for um, Alzheimer's awareness month. So doing or Alzheimer's awareness like period. So like things with like I'm gonna be doing with the ribbon hat, but it's gonna be in purple, which is the Alzheimer's and dementia color, um, like a royal purple, and then I'm gonna be doing some stuff that reminds me of my grandma, um, and uh, maybe I can think of something that will remind me of my grandpa. All I can think of is like really random stuff that I don't know how I would incorporate into it. But I don't want anyone to feel pressured. Just do what you can, and that's all that matters. So yeah. So just I wanted to clear the air on that if it wasn't clear already, because I never want anyone to feel bad that they can't donate or something like that. That is not my mission. That's not my goal. It's not to guilt you into doing stuff that you can't. I just, want to garner as much support and attention to the cause as we can. And just showing up is good enough. And if you're busy, if you can't show up, just sending some love our way, however that might be. Whether it's just saying like, "Hey, thanks for doing." I don't know. Like, you find out what that is for you, but I won't tell you what it is. But But yeah, I just really wanted to make clear that like that was not me pressuring anyone to do anything, because I don't like that. And sometimes you just can't. You're not in a position to give. I understand that. I very much am in that position. So okay, I just split my yarn. Okay, so I'm coming to the end of the red stripe. Like I said, this is 2 rows each. So how this person made this cat hat is they first measured around their head to see the circumference of their head. So you want your width, like how many rows you crochet, you want that to be half of the circumference of your head, because there's 2 of them. So with the 2 combined, they will make the circumference of your head. And then they made theirs 20 inches long, I guess, from like kind of here to the back here. Um, so um, that's what they recommended. If you find that you want yours longer or shorter, if you want a brim, if you don't want a brim, all of those things you can take into account. Um, but yeah, so before I finish this final stitch where I will change my color, I want to see the width of it right now. So my head is 22 inches around, which happened to be exactly what the person who made this, that was their measurement as well. Do I not have my tape measure? I thought I had one tape measure in here. Oh wait, I know where it is. Hold on a second. I'll be right back. Oh shit. Wait, is it here? There's so much shit here. Oh my god. Okay. Maybe not. Okie dokie. I am back. Okay, this really does look like bacon or like a popcorn. A big cute little popcorn hat. Oh my gosh, that popcorn kitten. So random, but it seems so appealing to me. Okay, so right now I am at 7 inches. And again, I'm going for 11. So a little bit more than halfway there. I'm going to carry my white up, my off-white, technically. And I'm going to make sure not to pull it too tight, but not to have it too loose either. We're going to crochet over it, but I still want it to be, I don't want it to like bunch up or anything. So we're going to go do double crochets in the back loop only of this. We're just going to keep on doing this until we make that freaking hat.
like on like the skin under your nail, like cracks off. That was what was happening to me. I really would rather be using the furls right now, but it does slow me down so much with this Simply Soft yarn. So I'm just using my clover. I'm using a 4mm because that's the pattern that I'm following that I found on YouTube. They also use this 3-weight yarn. Wait, no, this one used a 4-weight yarn, but still used a 4mm. Someone used a 3-weight yarn, some other, I don't know. I think you can kind of do it with whatever and do it however you want. It's literally just making a rectangle. Like, make your rectangle however you would like to make your rectangle. If you're wondering what I'm drinking bubbly sparkling water. It's in the cherry flavor. No cool things like beer or anything. Um, but yeah, so I'm just gonna do some things for the fundraiser that remind me of my grandmother. If you would like to, well, I'll kind of put this in the video, but I definitely want to make it because I know it touches a lot of families. So if maybe there's a tradition in your family to, I don't know, make something or do something, maybe we could incorporate that into the fundraiser, just as a project that I do or something like that while we're doing the marathon, collecting money, stuff like that. Um, so um, let's see, how long ago did my grandma pass? I don't quite remember. The years just kind of blend together. I still have her the pamphlet thing that they give you at the wake, um, and um, it's in my car. So I've always got my grandma with me. My grandma didn't know a lot about me. I never came out to my grandma. By the time that I kind of knew who I was, what I was, she was already gone. So, while there's some regret not telling her, there's also like the knowledge that maybe she wouldn't have accepted it, or maybe it would have been just more distressing for her to know. I think that's something that a lot of queer and trans people face when loved ones pass. It's you wonder how things would have been if you had been able to tell them, and if they would have accepted you. And like, I don't know, I can't say for sure, but I know my grandma loved me, and I like to think that that trumps everything else. um so that's what I like to think about. But it is something that I think a lot of, like I said, queer and trans or just like alternative folks have to deal with, because some members of your family will only know some part of you before they pass or before they're out of your lives, and you just wish you could kind of be open and honest with them. So that is what it is. There's no use beating myself up over it now, because it was a self-discovery journey for me. I didn't know immediately all these things I know about myself now, and that's okay. That we're all just learning who we are at our own pace, and that's fine. So, I guess the moral of that story is you just gotta think that, you know, did this person love me? Yes. Well, then, I hope they come around, and that That's all it's got to be, you know, because that's all it can be. And the only person in distress about it anymore is you. So finding a way to cope and deal with that is definitely, you know, a personal journey that every person has to go on their own. But they still have support of people who love and accept them for who they are, hopefully. And if they don't, there are people out there who will love you, who will accept you for who you are, who don't care who you love, how you identify, what your pronouns are. They just want you to be happy and to feel loved, and that's it, and be taken care of. So, um, I'd like to think that that's just the easiest way to get through it, because you can't beat yourself up over what if scenarios because they don't get you anywhere. Um, you know, try as you might, you're just going to make yourself miserable. Now, one of the things, this is back to my hat that I'm making. I was like, oh my gosh, Cat in the Hat. It's funny how, like, literally, like, every time I move, like, oh, that reminds me of something different. Like, it's kind of funny. Um, but uh, I, fuck, what was I gonna say? Go back to the hat. So she, the person who made the video had us measure around our head, and then we're gonna take these measurements, and we take that measurement, cut it in half, and that's how wide we want it. But the ribbing that we're doing also creates a lot of natural stretch. So I wonder if, like, I did it a little bit shorter, if I could get some cool stretch out of it, or if I don't want it to stretch, that would kind of distort the stripes. Um, I don't know. Plus, also, you probably want your cat ears to be as large as possible, meaning your hat's as large as possible. Yeah, I guess so. Okay, I talked myself out of it. I'm just trying to be lazy at this point, to be honest. Welcome in. Talking about the hat, talking about the fundraiser that I'm doing towards the end of the month a little bit. And yeah, I just saw that someone made one of these cat ear hats, but they made it in like a peppermint uh, style. So it's like this, and then you get the little cat ears, and then they have like a little peppermint like pinwheel. And I was like, that's freaking cute. And I've been wanting to make one of these hats for a while, but I just needed the push to do it, and just seeing that made me go like, oh yeah, I need that. Do, 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 do. I heard the most interesting remix yesterday. It was yesterday, but I can't remember what it was. Oh, it was Toxic and by Britney Spears, and Pony by Genuine, and it was so fun because I obviously love both of those songs, and I was like, this is kind of what's up. So I didn't count my stitches or anything when I was making this because everything was about measurements. I just focused on, you know, getting to the proper measurements and then going from there. Um, but if you wanted to count, I guess you could. But um, some people do like a top-down design where instead of crocheting across, they'll crochet down, and then they'll do the stitching on the top. This hat is made to be like this,
and then I'll stitch the sides, and then I'll do a little brim detailing just to kind of make it a little cute, just to clean up those edges, and then that'll be that. So yeah, so I'm really excited to do another fundraiser. Fundraisers do make me very happy. I wish I had more money and time to just, well, I mean, I guess I have time. It's just hard for me to get out of the house. I wish I had more money to like give to charity, but it does make me feel good to host charities and try to bring people together with a common goal of supporting a certain cause. So do not know what happened to this stitch, but it looks really ugly. It's probably where the yarn split, and I just was like, oops. So yeah, so I'm making bacon. This is a really easy pattern. You'll find a ton of videos and blogs about how to make this hat. And it just makes little cute cat ears, and I can't freaking wait. I'm so excited. Like I said, I've been wanting to make this hat a long time, so it jumped right in front of my project line, and damn all the whips that I have to do. So also I've been like, I gotta think about like, what I want to make like everyone for Christmas, and I should really be thinking about that more. I tried to make a sock on my Addy, but I fucked up the toe, so I gotta redo the whole thing. Don't you just hate that? But anyways, so gonna hopefully make some pairs of socks for my wife and mother-in-law, and literally anyone who wants them. Because in theory, those should be easy, right? In theory. Hey, baby. Ooh, you're making a mistake. Like, he's so cute. He's a cute boy. The cutest and the cutest. Oh, Melanie got farted on today by my dog. She didn't hear it. Damn it. It's true, though. It did happen. We think. So, one of the last times my sister came to visit, she brought her dogs, and she's got 3 dogs, and they're all fairly sizable. And like, they were left out for quite a while because like we have a fenced-in backyard, and uh, the dogs just like, I don't know what happened. It looked like they literally like just ran in circles in like one spot of the yard, and it's completely muddy, and like they ripped up all the grass, and so it's just like a mud pit, and it just has not healed. And even when it's like drier, it's still messy. And so I don't know if my dad's gonna have to like reseed or what. But like, I don't know. It's pretty bad. But Breaker came in and he was all muddy, so we had to clean him up. She cleaned off his paws, and then he farted on her.
She saw it that time. So I ordered from Body Candy, which is a body jewelry company that I've ordered from for many years. They have all kinds of body jewelry. They have some really cool designs. They're really affordable. Not the best quality jewelry, but I'm not really allergic to any metals, so it doesn't really bother me. Um, but I ordered some new jewelry for my face and ears, face, um, because I cannot find it. It's been falling out a couple times. It fell out a couple times before I like ultimately lost it. But I lost my Medusa piercing. I lost the front. Luckily, I had other internally threaded 16 gauge balls to put in there, so I just unscrewed that from another piece of jewelry and into my lips. So that's why I have this now. Um, it sounds really good, but it also sounds too rich for me right now. But I do love roasted cheetah peppers. Sucks. I've been feeling like not super great tonight. So, just the name of the game, I guess. So we're finishing up this row of white. Everyone's really quiet or I've not seen a single chat. Like, let me see if I like bring up the chat again, if it will do something. If you want to say something, please feel free to say something and let me know if my chat's working, because I haven't seen a chat this whole time, which might just be no one wants to chat, and that's cool. But I just want to make sure it's not broken, because I know sometimes it doesn't work. It likes to act up a little bit. Oh, shouldn't have finished that one off. Okay. Chain 2 and turn. I'm so excited for this hat. I can't wait for the little piece of candy on it. That's so super cute. Yeah, that'll be really cute. I want it to be done with though. Like, even though I just started it tonight, I'm like already over it. Like the novelty's worn off, and I'm just like tired of it. Yeah, it's only at 8 inches and a little bit more. Oh, yeah. I really have no patience anymore. Did I ever have patience? I don't know. Um, but yeah. I might let you all go so I can just work on this in front of the TV. Don't have to worry about anything. And then I'm gonna make that video on the fundraiser uh, tonight, so that it's just kind of like an informal, like, mark your calendars type thing. So I love you all, and I will talk to you later. Bye.